So for the first time I've come to visit the Mithreum, which is just here behind me. I'm just going to read the information from the board so it's clearer where I am. The Mithreum was discovered in 1963 by a section of the Alpine Society of the Giulia. In the years following its discovery, research was carried out by the Cultural Heritage Department of the region, Friuli Venezia-Giulia, where we are, and the University of Trieste, which mainly investigated the levels prior to the Roman Sacellum shrine. So, what it says in here, let's go, this is the board I'm actually reading from, and I'm just going to show the entrance and the two lovely dogs that stay there quite quietly guarding the sacredness of the place, I guess, in their own way. So, inhabited since prehistoric time, the cave was turned into a temple dedicated to god Mithras, or Mithras maybe, as from the second half of the 1st century AD. Typical features that characterize Mithreum caves can be seen in the reconstruction of the central section. A series of small altars dedicated to the initiate, the fratres, are situated beneath the image of worship Mithras, who, by killing the sacred bull, donates to man vine, wheat, and all the animals necessary for his livelihood. Two long, small parallel walls complete the architecture. These were originally covered in plaster and perhaps completed with richly upholstered wooden benches. The adept would lie down on these seats according to Roman custom, thus giving life to rituals that involve the consumption of sacred meals, similar to the Christian agape. Here we go, another interesting word that we usually associate with the Greek word. Mithras was an elusive god of Far Eastern origin. His cult spread across the West in the second half of the 1st century AD, mainly in military and strictly male environments. Another very interesting point. Unfortunately, we know very little about this cult due to its secretive character. Our knowledge is based above all on iconography and scant information passed on to us mainly by its major detractor, the Christians. Over the following centuries, decisive for the political and religious debate, Mithras lost his battle against Christianity, with which, however, some important analogies can be made, especially in relation to faith, injustice, and truth that transcend the material world. The lack of written sources makes the archaeological evidence retrieved at the Mithreum in Duino, where we are now, acquire an extraordinary importance. Amongst the disturbed remains, evidence of a deliberate and systematic destruction of the shrine, the discovery of building materials implies attempts to adapt and complete the cave, perhaps with canopies. Furthermore, the abundant ceramic artifacts, amongst which at least 160 oil lamps that have been dated to the second half of the 1st century up to the beginning of the 5th century, and an impressive amount of coins, corroborate the existence of banquets and ritual offerings. There we go. And at this point, and I may have to take a second video, we are going to enter the Mithreum itself.